Hey, how you doing? Welcome to another time here. Welcome to another time in the book club. That's what we got to do. Sunday afternoons, West African time. 2 p.m. here, West African time. Other places, different time zones. We got to shoot this on my blog site. When YouTube live here. We're also on Instagram live, and thanks for coming along. So we're pretty much the book club. So we got to read a book, study the book, discuss the book, absorb what we can from the book, something we can apply in our life. It's not just reading a book, but see how it applies in our life, what we can learn from it so that we can do life better, we're all here to have a human experience, but in being here, we don't really know. We come here empty and we'll learn how to do life well, so we'll learn from those who have gone ahead of us. That's why God gives that commandment, seventh commandment, the first commandment with a promise: honor your father and mother so that you can live long. It's not just been long and well, and that's what this book is about. There's a book called The Good Life, the well life. You can live long and live well. That's what this book is about. It's a good life. And God says that's the first commandment with a promise. When you honor your father and mother, you can learn from them, learn how to do life so you can do life better. You can learn from their mistakes. You can learn from their successes and do better. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You can start where they ended. I believe that's Isaac Newton would say, that he has gone further, he has seen further because he sat on the shoulders of the giants that have gone before him. He was not foolish like some people are, to want to reinvent the wheel. Say, hey, I want to learn my own. I want to learn my own. That's foolishness, right? When you do that, the devil is on your trail, right? You don't have enough life to learn everything you need to succeed in your life, right? That's why we read books. Some experiences people don't survive from. So we learn from other people so that we don't have to die. We can use that experience in this life, not in the life to come. We can use that experience because if we have to go through it, it might be fatal. Rather, we learn from what other people have done and do better, do better, do better. Get the apple that we're trying to get in the right way, you know? And that's what we do when we come here in the book club, right? And this is our sixth book in the series, The Good Life, right? We've read 5 other books. This is the sixth book we are, and we've been reading this since July of last year, right? The first Sunday in July of last year is when we started, and it's looking more like we're gonna be done with this by June, July. So it will have been a full year run reading this book, and it has not been a dull moment at any point in time. It's been a full ride. I've enjoyed every bit of it. None of it has been a drag. It's been powerful. It has changed my life. My life is better because I read this book. And I'm hoping that your life will be better also, as you glean from the things we have learned, as you glean from the things we are learning. You can increase your level of consciousness. You can rise up to another level of consciousness. You can become better so that you can attract better things in your life. You can become valuable, more valuable, so that people can pay a higher price for you. That's the whole essence of what we do here. All right. So I'm going to go ahead with this. I'm going to bring up my slide. I do prepare a slide that I run through because we're reading through the book. So we're pretty much, this is not wholly from me. This is just gleaning from what the book says. I bring my own life experience into it. I bring my own understanding into it, and we just get value from it. That's all we got to do. Me, you know, Again, it's a book we're trying to do is written by two guys, Robert Waldinger and Matthews, right? They used to be elites at the Harvard School for the study of human development. This is 85 plus years study they've been doing. And what they've been looking at is what makes for a good life, what makes for a long life, and a well life. We're looking at the longevity of life and the breadth of life, living long and well, long and well, long and well, long and well, long with, long seasoned, right? It's not that you're living long and you're living like a vegetarian, something that you are not enjoying life. It's about getting the best of the human experience, getting the best of the reason why we're here, being fulfilled in life. That's all. That's what they've been doing the study. And the conclusion of the study is that what makes for a good life is relationships. Is relationship. It's having the relationship, the right relationship in the different facets of your life, and being able to enjoy those relationships. Is having those relationships, and those relationships being healthy, life-giving, rewarding relationships, right? It's not having relationships that are parasitic, but having relationships that are win-win relationship, healthy relationship, relationship that feed you, not the ones that drain you. That's the secret to having a good life. It's not about money. It's not about any other thing. We're not here for money. We're not here for work per se. We're here to relate with one another. Every other thing is a pretext for the purpose and intent of relationship, right? If you miss relationship, you miss everything else. If you miss relationship, you miss everything else about life. Because that's the reason why we're here, is to relate with one another, right? It's not to go to church, it's not to go to work, it's not to do anything else, but to relate. It's to relate with your children, to relate with your spouse, to relate with your siblings, to relate with your friends. Make someone better, even as you yourself are becoming better. That is why we're here. That is why we're here. Again, repeating, the intent of every organism, the essence of every organism is found outside of that organism, not within the organism. The essence of every organism is found outside of that organism, not within the organism, because everything that takes place on the inside of every organism is for the intent of fulfilling purpose. And purpose is not inside that organism, it's outside that organism. Every organization, every business, the intent of that business is not found inside that business, it's found outside that business. Everything that takes place on the inside of that business is to meet the intent, the purpose that is outside of that business, right? A business exists for customers. Those customers don't exist inside that business. They exist outside that business. But everything that takes place on the inside of that business is to prepare that business to be able to relate right with right with the customers that are outside of that business, right? That is and that applies to everything that's an organism, whether it be a business, whether it be a human being, because we're organic beings also, we're organism. We ourselves are an organization, right? It's a parallel, it's a truth that is parallel wherever you put it, right? Everything that takes place on the inside of you should prepare you, right, for the things that are outside of you, because your purpose, your intent, your purpose, your essence is outside of you, right? So people miss it when they think that their essence is inside of them. Like some churches, they just live for themselves. Then they become relics. They go out of existence. Even some businesses, they're just about themselves. They are no more today, right? When you don't understand your essence, when you don't understand your purpose, you're going to become a relic. You're not going to be fulfilled, right? To be fulfilled, you need to understand why you are here. Why you're here. If it means why you're here, you're going to become a relic, right? You're going to be forgotten. You're going to be pushed aside. To be eternal, to live here and leave your mark is to understand why you're here. So you can put your energy where your energy needs to go, right? And you can get the benefit of doing it, right? So that's what they've done in this study. They've been doing this study for more than 85 years, you know, looking at real life examples, looking at one generation after the other, you know, and testing the theory, testing the paradigms, you know, and seeing it being practiced, you know, in real life situations, right? And that's what they captured all together in this book, you know. And like I said, we've enjoyed doing this from July. Right. We've enjoyed doing this from July. So this is April, we're closing. So we're only 10 months doing this. You know, we'll probably have another 2 months and we'll be done. You know, it'll be a full year doing this, and we've enjoyed every bit of it. You know, I'm looking forward to our seventh book, you know, and I'm just praying and hoping that will be just as powerful, as full, as rich as this one has been. All right. So we're gonna hopefully do this today, and next week Sunday I'll be done with chapter 9. You know, the title of chapter 9 is The Good Life at Work. The Good Life at Work. The Good Life at Work. You know, chapter 8 was The Good Life in a Family Setting. You know, family matters. That's what chapter 8's title is. The good life in a family setting. Now we're talking about a type of family. It's a family that we have in the workplace. You know, some people don't see it like that, but it is. When you're in your workplace, it's a family. Something ties you together. Something brings you together. You know, you might not necessarily like the people because you don't decide on who you get brought together, you know, but it's up to you to make the best of it. So we don't decide the cards life plays us. Life chooses those cards. It's up to us to make it work. We don't decide which parent we get born onto. It's up to us to make it work. We don't decide which siblings we come with. It's up to us to make it work, right? You know, and so in the workplace, for whatever reason, you've come to this workplace and you have different people that you're working with. For most of us, the biggest part of our life is spent in a workplace, right? Why would you let that be a waste? You know, it's up to us to make sure that this part of our life is not a waste. Because if you let it waste, that's a big chunk of your life that you're just allowed to waste, right? If you're going to have a good life, you need to arrest, you need to exploit even this part of your life in the workplace. I enjoy it, you know, I look forward to sharing this because I enjoy it every day. You know, ask those that work with me, I just enjoy life. I enjoy life, you know, I enjoy life. Beautiful people I get to work with. You know, not everybody is that cooperative. There are demons also, you know, but I have a lot of angels also, you know, so it's up to me to know how to deal with the demons, you know, who refuse or who want to take away the joy in the work, you know, and also not because of them miss out the angels and not it's up to me to use those cards well, make it work for me. I cannot change individuals, but I can change myself, right? I cannot change individuals, but I can change myself. I can adjust myself to make sure that someone does not spoil my work life, right? You too can change yourself. You too can adjust the way you relate so that people don't spoil your work life, so that you can have a good life even in the workplace, right? That's what we're going to be sharing this time. Hopefully we'll do it this week and we'll finish it next week. All right. So let's go ahead. So it's a good life at work, the good life in the workplace. That's what we're going to be sharing here. You know, and the whole other chapter carries, you know, this quote, this overarching quote. It says, judge each day, not by the harvest, not by what you get from the day, right? Don't judge each day by what you get from the day. You know, it's like we talk about healthy relationship. A healthy relationship is not one you go into because of what you can get. You go into it because of what you can give. It's what you can give, not what you can get. That's a healthy relationship. You know, if you go into a relationship because of what you can get, you're gonna get disappointed. I can assure you that. You're gonna get disappointed. The reason we're going to a relationship is because of what we can give, not what we can get. But it's a paradox because what keeps that relationship together, what gives it life, is what we get, not what we give. But we have to give get. We have to sow to harvest. So the biggest thing and the most important thing about each day of our life is not as much as the harvest, is the seed we sow. Is the seed we sow, because our sowing seed puts us in control